sir.
Y'all good? All right, so we're here today with my buddy Chase Petty, Petty's Cool Shop. We're gonna look at this roll cart today. Got the snap-on roll cart right here. And this is pretty much your toolbox, right?
Yes.
Like you do everything out of this.
Yeah, pretty much. I have a larger toolbox, but this is what I work out of.
Yeah. 'Cause this is a pretty good size shop and you need to be mobile.
Right.
Cool, man. Well, let's get started. Let's look up in the top. So this is pretty much all your sockets and stuff?
Yes. So this is pretty much every socket set that I keep. I've got anywhere from 3/8 drive to core drive, mid-depth, shallow. I don't keep a lot of standard stuff in here. That's what he's got right there is a snap-on flank drive.
Yep.
Because they are tighter than the normal 3/8 drive socket.
Yep.
Got wobbles, I got extensions, I've got everything with it.
I was wondering if that was going to be a gear wrench that I sold.
Nope, I carry a couple Allens, a couple of the smaller Torques, things like that.
Yeah. Now that's those little, what do you call it? Like mini Torques, little low, high clearance Torques?
Yes.
Low clearance?
Yeah, low. So I do a lot of dash work.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do a lot.
You guys do a ton of AC stuff.
I work a lot on AC work, so a lot of the stuff you're going to see in my box is AC related.
Yeah.
So.
And green's your color.
Yep, green is my color.
All right, so you got your ratchets and your drivers and stuff up here.
Yep, green is a good thing and bad thing. Yeah. Then all of a sudden you lose everything because it's all green. You don't even see it in front of you.
And those are striking pry bars.
Yes,
snap-on as well.
Yeah, snap-on striking pry bars.
Yep. And then
got several Matco pry tools.
Yep.
This is actually a cotter pin removal tool.
Yes.
However, it works real good on electrical connectors.
Yep. I actually have one of those.
Yes.
And then this side over here is screwdrivers.
Yes, screwdrivers, long screwdrivers, regular.
Got a little Matco action. Everything else snap on.
Everything else is snap on.
Okay, a little loud in here.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, man. Let's look at that next drawer down there.
All right. Wrenches.
Wrenches.
I have a ton of different wrenches.
Yeah.
So I work on a lot of AC stuff. So I got to get on a lot of nuts.
Yes.
In tight spaces. So snap-on short wrenches, snap-on regular size wrenches. These are short Matco ratchet wrenches. Then regular. Here's some gear wrench. Regular old gear wrench, flex head.
Yep.
Wrenches.
Yep. I think everybody has those things.
That's what I mean. Snap-on. These come in handy when you need to get some leverage on something.
Yeah.
They are expensive, but they are worth the money.
Yes. Yes.
So everybody has their own flavor. I like the snap-ons.
Well, what's wild is how much just these regular combination snap-on wrenches are just for a set of them. It's like they've been making these things for like 80 years or whatever.
Yeah. and my guy over here, which has the whole set, the complete set of snap-on wrenches. Yeah. And it was $2,000.
I believe it.
Yes.
I believe it.
It is over there in his box.
Yes. Now, there's got to be a story behind this guy.
Yeah, well,
that 1.25 inch stubby.
So I happen to work on a lot of AC systems, and there's an 1.25 inch nut that goes in the back of an accumulator on Chevrolets, older Chevrolets, and you don't have quite the room to get in there with a big wrench, so I'll get another small one and do it like that.
All right. What else we got?
More wrenches.
More wrenches.
And pliers.
And some pliers.
And pliers. Lots of pliers.
That's cool, man.
I have various different setups. You really need a big set of pliers.
Yep. I remember those, yeah.
They're huge set.
Those are good for doing alignments, which you guys don't do.
Right.
Yeah.
Hose clamp.
Now, do you have one with the cable on it?
I do have one of those. I do have one of those in my box. However, I like this one because it's smaller and compact. Yeah. But there's some cases you just can't get this in there, and the cable-driven one is the way.
Yeah, I'm the same way. If I had to use the cable, I'll use it, but I'd rather use just the regular plier type.
Yes. And these are my new favorite toy that I just bought.
Oh yeah, we were talking about these before we started filming.
They're about $25 each. These are actually wiring connector pliers that Matco makes. There's a straight pair and an angled pair. Yeah. So you can get right on a connector instead of
all those connectors that you try to get your thumb on and pull it out and all that, and of course it's behind something, and you put those on there.
And you're trying to use a pair of needle nose usually. Yeah. Well, and then you end up breaking it.
And they just slip right off or break it.
Or they slip right off, and this will actually get a grip on it, go around and apply even pressure to it so that you can actually pull the tongue off because the way it sits.
Is there a part number on there?
Yes, there is a part number on it.
In case guys want to check.
Yeah, that is a good cheap tool that is well worth the money by far.
And there's 2 of them in the set.
Well, nope, you have to buy them each.
Okay, but it's 2 different ones.
Yeah, there are 2 different ones.
Okay.
So there's a straight one. And then there's a straight one, and then there is a angled.
Perfect. Yes. Perfect. Yeah. And they're not a lot of money, and I would really recommend those things.
Yeah, they're good. Everybody's got a set of these.
Oh yeah, gotta have those.
Oil, filter, wrench, pliers, locking pliers.
And it's funny the other things you can figure out to use those for sometimes.
That's right. Yeah, locking pliers. Always carry a couple sets of locking pliers.
Gotta have those.
Relay pliers.
Relay pliers.
Once again, so you don't try to break it with a pair of needle nose while you're trying to get it out.
Exactly.
Yes. Once again, I work on a lot of AC systems, so I have to pull orifice tubes out. Well, I need a strong pair of pliers to get in there when the orifice tube removal tool, which I have one of those, and we'll get to that in a minute, doesn't work, and you can actually get in there and get inside the tube and grab a hold of it and pull it out without the pliers flexing.
What brand are those?
These are Snap-ons.
Snap-on.
Yeah.
Yeah, those would be cool for a lot of things.
Yes.
If you got to reach way up in there and get a pin out or something.
Because they're low profile.
Yes.
Because if not, you get stuck with something that looks more like that.
Yeah.
Or you get stuck with these, and the problem with these is these don't have any grip on them.
Yeah.
These are Matcos, well, baseline Silver Eagle, but they don't have any grip on them, and you just don't get the grip out of it.
Yep.
So this is my catch-all drawer. Lots of O-ring picks.
Yeah.
Lots of battery tools.
Panel tools.
Panel tools, because I'm in behind dashes doing actuators, evaporator cores, heater cores, all that kind of stuff. But I have multiple different kinds of O-ring picks.
Yes. Once again,
AC
AC
stuff, AC stuff, spring lock tools for AC. Snap ring, yes. I don't, truthfully, I used to use these a lot more than I do nowadays. Don't have to take that many snap rings out anymore, but when you need them, you need them. Shock tools, these are shock towers. So if you're going to take a strut apart, something like that, you need to be able to hold it.
Yep.
Various different kinds. Vacuum tester gauge, so a lot of AC systems I work on are still vacuum operated. We're going to get in there with that. Let's see what side. Now, one thing that you should always spend lots of money on to buy a good set is striking tools.
I agree.
Because you do not want a cheap Harbor Freight striking tool busting off and hitting you in the eye.
I had to do shop surgery on a guy one day because a piece chipped off of one of those and went in his gut.
Well, and so my father had one time where he struck it and it popped off and it hit him and blood started coming out, and that was because it was a cheap striking tool. Do not waste money on cheap striking tools. They will kill you.
Yes.
So.
Or make you wish you were dead.
Yes. O2 sensor rethreaders.
Yeah.
More impact sockets for 3A drive.
Yep.
Camera. Inspection camera.
Okay, yeah.
To get in tight spots and see if it'll come on. There we go. Once again, it's in green. Gotta love the green.
Yeah. That's a pretty clear picture too.
Yeah, this is their new model, and it wasn't very expensive. I think it was like less than a couple $100.
That's no joke.
No, the older models were very expensive, but the new models not.
Oh,
so
I
much.
remember. Yeah.
They were used to be $500-600, and now they're only a couple $100. Heat sleeves and gloves.
Yep.
Worst thing, I have a lot of tattoos, so I don't want to burn those tattoos up, and I have already.
Exactly.
Don't want to burn them more. All right, let's see here. Oh yes, one more thing.
Stethoscope. Yep.
Yes. Cheap, easy, but if you want to find a noise somewhere.
You don't know how much you need a set of those until you need them.
That's right.
Until you buy them, really.
And they're cheap.
Yeah. Super cheap.
Super cheap.
Yeah, you can pop the end off of it and chase vacuum leaks too.
Can you now?
Yeah, you take this off, you can hear it hissing.
Well, see now,
in the tube.
just taught me something new.
Yeah. I'll do what I can.
Battery tools. Lots of battery tools. Always got to work on batteries. Let's see. All right, most of my electric stuff and hammers.
Yeah.
So I have the one Snap-on gun, which out of all these guns, of course, the Snap-on one is the one that I've already had to have repaired. So we'll say, it's the most expensive thing in the drawer.
Yeah.
But
so the rest of this is not Mac.
Milwaukee.
Thank you.
Milwaukee makes great products. They're cheap. They're easy. They work good. The only problem with Milwaukee products is the ears bust off.
Yeah.
And then it makes it difficult because it won't stay in the gun. And as soon as you hit a little resistance, it'll come out. But overall, these are by far the most value for the dollar you're going to get on the market.
Oh, yes. All day, every day.
Yes, all day. I have various sets of hammers. This is my Ford hammer. Working on a lot of Fords.
Yeah, there you go. You gotta have a big hammer.
You gotta have a big hammer. Grandpa said, "Don't force it. Get a bigger hammer."
That's right. Yes. Yeah, does that one have the light on it?
Nope, this one does not.
Okay,
I
that's
haven't
okay.
gotten that fancy yet.
That's okay.
But
Those grabbers are cool.
this is a Matco. There's the part number on it.
Yep.
It is a magnet on the end of it, and also, so if you reach something
The
you can't get
grabber.
it,
Yeah.
you can get it out of there.
I think I remember selling those back in the day.
Yes. This is another good tool to have. It's cheap, fun.
Yes.
That helps
Yeah.
you put a belt back on.
Yeah, but you can use it for a lot of other stuff too.
You can.
Yeah, if a
But-
connector on the wire falls way down in there, you can retrieve it. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's for belts.
Yeah, if you can't get a hold of it and get your arm down in there, you can use that
Yep.
to rethread the belt on.
Yep. Impacts.
Impact, half-inch drive.
Yep. Are those GPs?
Yes.
Pneumatics?
Yes.
Man, they
Those are-
make good stuff for the money. I swear
Yes,
they do.
yeah, these are cheap. And I think I paid, I don't know, less than $200 for the whole set.
Yeah.
And truthfully, quite a few of those will double as an axle socket.
Yeah.
Even though I do also have a set of axle sockets. But Honda
Weighted socket.
weighted, crankshaft socket.
Yep.
Another
Oh,
kind of belt
yeah.
tool. Now this one's cool
Yeah, it'll grab. Yep.
because this one will grab. You can actually actuate it and grab the belt and
Yeah.
move it where you need it so it doesn't pop off and you're not screaming at it.
Yeah, I remember those back in the day.
Yes.
Yeah, a couple of impacts there.
Yep. I love this one. This is good. It's a tire spoon off a T-model.
Well, hey.
Makes for a good pry bar. Just goes to show you something 100 years old still works well.
Yep.
Yeah. Breaker bars, longer, heavier drive stuff. I mean, if you're working on big stuff, you gotta have some big wrenches to take it apart.
That's it.
The last thing, this is a good thing to have. Here's a gear wrench tool.
Yep. Yep.
It's cheap, it's easy.
Sold a million of those
That's
things.
yes, and they are worth their weight in gold
Yes,
when
they
you
are.
need one.
Yes, they are.
Yes, serpentine belt drive.
And they pretty much last forever.
Yes, and also along with that same series,
Ah, yeah.
the spark plug socket.
I know I
set.
sold a million of those.
Yes, yep.
Yes.
Those are also very good.
Yes, they are. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Maintenance stuff. Everybody's got to have a good set. If you don't have one in your shop, then you should have one. It's a set of
Oil filter
cups.
sockets.
Yep. Cups. Get oil
Yep.
filters off.
And those are a Lyle, so they're not big money.
Nope, they're pretty cheap. They're less, like 60 or 70 bucks, something
Yep.
like that.
Yep.
Same thing with these as well. Mac makes one that's a little bit bigger set. These are both different sets of those, but these are when you're trying to take off the cartridge filters, and they have the small
Yep.
sockets on top.
Yep.
So on anything European or, well, of course nowadays American stuff's got it on there. The wild version's a little cheaper.
Yeah,
One
we're
of
talking
my-
about those. I know I sold a million of those things.
One of my favorite things was like 89 bucks or something like that.
This is a phenomenal. I'm gonna back up some. This is a phenomenal set. It's hex bits or Allens, however you gonna say it, E-Torx and regular Torx.
Yes.
And the Torx come in long, and then of course you got ball Allens. But this is
I use this set all the time.
and you know what the sales technique I used to sell those things all the time? I'm like, look, these were like, I don't know. I actually they were like $129.
Yeah.
But I tell everybody, if you had to have that one socket off the Snap-on truck, that's $129.
It is. He's not lying. He is not lying.
and you get the rest of it for free.
Yes. It's
So
great set. Would definitely recommend that. That'll
yeah,
cover
I don't
all
remember
your
the part
bases.
number, but if somebody wants that and just does some Googling, they're easy to find.
Yes. ATD makes good cheap stuff.
Yep. Oh, yep.
O2 sensor set. So that'll cover most of it. Some of it will take oil pressure sockets out with as well.
Mm-hmm.
Anything where you got a large connector or something that's in the way and you got to go around it.
Yeah.
Yes. I have had this since I started working on cars, and it has lasted for almost 20 years now.
Yeah.
And
Man,
it's just a good old-fashioned power
I
plant.
had to get sold on those. I was like, man, that just is like a fancy test light. But God, there's so much more. And now I'm a Power Pro guy.
Well, and you can put power to something, or you
Ground.
can read how much, and
Yeah.
more importantly, you can read exactly how much power or ground it is getting.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly,
and
yeah.
this one has an extension that goes with it, so you can run the entire length of the car. If the battery's in the back of the car, you need to hook up to it and still get something underneath the hood.
You can even test bulbs with that darn thing.
Yes.
I don't know anybody that does. Most guys just grab a bulb, put it in, and see what happens.
Right.
But you can test it if you choose to.
And last but not least, something the technician should have in every toolbox. Some people like torque sticks. I still would go with a good old-fashioned click-type torque wrench.
Good old clicker dicker.
Yep. It works well.
Yep.
It's old, but
Yeah.
make sure it's on tight. Nobody wants a wheel coming off. It's
Now,
bad
do
for
you back yours off when you store it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
it
do
is
too.
always backed
Yeah,
off.
I do
Because if
too.
you keep the tension on it, it will ruin.
Yeah.
The-
I know a bunch of guys are like, it don't make no difference.
Yeah, it
Well,
does.
you do you, but I'm gonna back mine off.
Yes. Yes.
So, and my electric one I have now, the digital, I take the batteries out of it.
Yeah, I do. So I have digitals as well in my other box.
But if you're using them daily, it's probably not that big a deal. But I might go 3 or 4 months between using mine.
No,
I take the batteries out of them.
And I keep pretty much everything that's in this box gets regular use on it.
Yeah.
I do have another box, a bigger box, that has all the backup stuff on it that I don't normally use.
Yeah.
But if you do need it, it's in the other box.
Yeah. And of course, you got all the accessories on the side of it, the holders and
Yes.
all that good stuff.
Yes. Lots of dishes and brake caliper holders, bungee cords. One thing you don't think you're going to need until you need one.
You got your stickers on there.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta have
I love
stickers.
It's not a toolbox unless you got stickers on it.
Yeah, man, that's cool. Well, hey, man, I appreciate you showing us. Or you got something else you want to show us?
I'll say one more thing about this box. I got this
let
box for cheap. I waited for a long time. I ended up getting this box for $600 off the
What?
Snap-on truck. Yep. And I took it and I had the top of it undercoated.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even notice that.
That way you can lay stuff on it, not scratch
Yeah.
top off, and it will slide
Yeah.
right off and roll right
Now,
off.
can you not get that from Snap-on, or this particular one just didn't have it?
They started making it now,
Yeah.
but when I bought this box, this one didn't have it, so I just ran it over to the guys who were shooting truck liners down the street.
Yeah.
And they did it for like $60.
That's a heck of an
Yeah,
idea.
and
Yeah.
they coated it and done deal, and I don't have to worry about stuff is sitting on. Oh, one more thing. This is a good thing to have. This little set right here. This is a fun set. I do a lot of dash work, so
Yes.
I got to get in tight spots. And when you need to get in a tight spot,
You just take that with you,
that's right.
and that's pretty much going to do it.
That's pretty much. You can get in there. Because it is very, very low profile. When you put a socket in this thing, it recesses into it.
Yeah, so it's not very big at all.
No, as compared to, even this is a shallow.
Yeah, but still. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tons of difference. Yeah.
And you try to get in behind a dash and getting the screw out.
Yeah. And sometimes you don't need but like 1/8 of an inch.
Yes.
So that's a ton.
Yeah, and that saves you a lot of time, and time is money.
That is it. Awesome, man. Well, once again, thanks for showing us your box here. And there again, Petty's Tool Shop. Petty's Cool Shop.
Thank you.
I almost said Tool Shop. Petty's Cool Shop from Monroe, North Carolina. You guys need AC work, definitely come see these guys. Do it over the winter before the big rush. If you know your AC don't work, come over here during the winter while they're not slammed, because come summertime, it's game on.
Yeah. If you need an evaporator, come now.
Yep. All right, man. Thanks.
All right.
Have a good day.